All right, your price target on Apple is 280. That's about 7% above its all-time high. What's the catalyst that you think gets this company to that, which would obviously be another all-time, or its real all-time high, if it gets up to 280? Is it hardware? Is it AI? Is there something else that we're not thinking about right now?
I mean, I think it has to be AI. I mean, about 2 months ago, what we told our clients was Apple was going to have to climb this wall of worry here over the next couple of months to get to new highs. And there were really three key issues. One was tariffs, which we think they've addressed at this point in time with the extra $100 billion with the administration. Two, it was going to be clarity on that search monopoly case, and we got something better than we anticipated in terms of those results. And I think the third worry out there is clearly getting that AI story right. And at this point in time, it really is kind of getting the the third-party app app distribution story correct, something that they promised back in 2024. We think they get that right by the developers conference in 2026. We think that's going to, essentially be necessary in order to kind of really get this story going. It's going to, we think, first and foremost, help accelerate the hardware replacement cycle story, and that's really important.
Okay.
And
so
secondly, obviously, it's going to help the services growth.
In your mind, it's all about AI. Does it matter how they get to this point to, quote unquote, in your words, get AI right? If they do it through acquisition, buying a company, is that the right way as long as the chatbot works on the phone? Or if they somehow get it from Alphabet and they also receive a payment for integrating it, is that the better way? I mean, are there different degrees of right?
I think partnerships is the best way for this company, typically because, I mean, it's historically how they've worked anyway. M&A is typically not in their DNA in terms of large-scale type acquisitions. I think we're also in an environment where you also have to worry about acqui-hires, something we've seen a lot of earlier this year. So you make an acquisition, and then you're also prone to potentially seeing some of that great talent walk away, right? So I think in terms of getting the partnership story right is really the way to go. And clearly, Gemini with Alphabet is a way I think that they're going to do it, and clearly a way they can generate more revenue tied to that services business.
Okay, back to hardware. You also say launching a foldable phone. That's really important. Why? I don't really see a lot of them. I got to be honest. They exist. I don't see them very often. Why is that so important for Apple? You think that Apple consumers, that's what they want, a foldable phone, and that's what's really going to be the driver of a big upgrade cycle?
So we think so in terms of more the ASPs than anything. I mean, we do think there's there's definitely a niche out there, and especially in certain markets out there. You look at the China market, and there are two things the Chinese consumer really loves. One is AI, and two is a foldable device. And that's something Apple lacks on both sides. So if they can get the AI story right, like I said, by mid next year, they get a foldable device launched with the iPhone 18 cycle, and you can roll out both simultaneously, especially in the Chinese market. We think that's a great place where they can start seeing stability and actually sustainable growth. So, other pockets, we think, of course, the U.S. and what have you. Overall, we think the street's looking about mid-single digit growth for the iPhone's 18 cycle right now. We think we're looking closer to at least 10 to 15% growth if they actually execute and roll out the foldable and get the AI story right.